Hello everyone, my name is Oktaviani and I am from class A7. Right now I am going to read some text to fulfill intensive reading task. So let's get it. Text 1. Organic refers to the way farmers grow and process their produce. Fruits, vegetables, dairy products, and meat are often grown and processed this way. These are often more expensive than inorganic products and spoil easily. Unlike conventional or inorganic farmers, organic farmers use natural fertilizers and methods to reduce pests and disease. Organic farmers do not give antibiotics or growth hormones to animals like conventional farmers. In addition, organic farmers do not use medication to prevent disease in animals. While conventional farmers give limited space to their animals indoors, organic farmers allow their animals to access the outdoors. Text 2. Most people think of a person lying on the couch reflecting on memories to a doctor when they think of psychology. In fact, psychology is the scientific study of the mind and behavior. Although psychology was studied as a philosophical subject in ancient civilizations, it began to be studied experimentally in 19th century Germany. German physician Wilhelm Wundt established the first psychology laboratory in 1879. It was Sigmund Freud, the Austrian physician, who made psychology widely popular. However, psychology is more complex than that and includes many branches. Biological psychology is focused on the study of the biological reasons for human or animal actions. Similarly, clinical psychology is concerned with the treatment of disease or problems of the mind. While cognitive psychology is about the mental processes or thoughts, behavioral psychology is most about the study of behavior. Another interesting branch of psychology is the comparative one. It is mostly limited to the study of animal behavior and mental life. Developmental psychology seeks to understand how people change their behavior as they age. Another important branch is social psychology, as it studies human beings in social situations. There are many branches of psychology that study specific fields such as sports, industrial, and educational psychology. Researchers have spent a lot of time studying the mind and behavior of people and animals. Text 3. An ascetic is a person who devotes his or her life to spiritual or religious goals. An ascetic does this by living an extremely simple life. For example, an ascetic will deny him or herself normal pleasures of life. What most people cannot live without, like the internet or television, the ascetic gives up easily. In the context of religions, monks and sages live the life of an ascetic. They do so in order to have a stronger connection with their God. Ascetics believe that the mind and body need to change through control. They exercise a control of bodily actions, speech, and thoughts. Although some might view asceticism as negative, those who practice it find peace in it. In addition, having a control of one's sense gives a person satisfaction. Ascetics experience a greater peace of mind than the average people. Text 4. Donuts and bagels are popular choices for breakfast in America. However, they differ not only in calorie content or the process of making them, but also in their history. The bagel was first invented in Krakow, Poland, as an alternative to bublé, a lean bread designed for land. Bajil became a staple of the Polish diet in the 16th and 17th centuries. Bagels became so popular in Poland that they were used as gifts for women during childbirth. Mothers used them as teething rings, a popular practice to date. Many Jewish families would make bagels on Saturday evenings so they could rest the next day. There are many accounts of how the word bagel originated. One of them is that the word comes from the Yiddish bagel. When bagels made their way to Russia, where they were known as babliki, they were sold on strings. Like many ring-shaped objects, bablikis supposedly brought good luck. They were brought to the United States by Jewish immigrants from Eastern Europe. A successful business developed in New York City. The bagel not only came to be widely used all over America in the last quarter of the 20th century. A Canadian-born astronaut, Gregory Kamitov, even took a batch of bagels into space in 2008. The history of donuts is a little unusual. It is believed that a cow in colonial times kicked over a pot of oil into a mixture of pastry. This was a tasty mistake as it helped people develop donuts. Prior to the Revolutionary War, these were known as oliekoeks, Dutch for oily cakes. This was a time when Manhattan was under control of the Dutch. During the First World War, donuts were the symbol of home for the soldiers in France. Female Salvation Army workers who took these treats to the homesick soldiers were known as donut girls. The boys who waited eagerly for the donuts were known as doughboy. After World War I ended, Adolf Levitt, a Russian refugee, invented the first donut machine in 1920 in New York City. While donuts were declared the hit food of the century in 1933 Chicago's World Fair, they continued to be a favorite treat for Americans. Once again, as American soldiers fought in World War II, donut dollies, who replaced donut girls, brought the soldiers donuts. Today, it is the favorite food of Barack Obama, the 44th President of US. Text 5. Nationalism refers to the feelings of devotion and loyalty to one's own nation. It reflects the national spirit. One may understand it as a form of patriotism. When a country and its people express a desire for the progress or independence of their country, they show nationalism. Often, nationalism is reflected in the principles and actions of a nation. For example, the people of a country may be mostly concerned with its benefit. Sometimes, they seem to neglect how their actions may affect other nations. If taken to an extreme degree, nationalism can have negative results. During World War II, Germany's extreme nationalism had many negative results. Under Hitler's leadership, the German nationalists exterminated millions of people. It was then believed that these people did not fit into the idea of a superior German race. Nationalism is also the idea of a country based on its arts, history, and ambitions. The folk stories, idioms, songs, and beloved books of a nation show outsiders a picture of it. Thus, the idea of a country based on the people's love for it reflects nationalism. That's all from me. Thank you and bye bye.